everybody, and welcome back to court. This is likely the long-awaited video for the finale of Miss USA. I am super excited. Yes, I have seen prelims, and the reason I'm saying this is likely a long-awaited video is because if you can't tell, I'm very tan. It is peak rioting season. I have a ton of events that I'm supposed to be doing. In fact, I'm supposed to be in Reno the weekend before the girls actually get there. I leave Sunday and the girls start arriving on like Monday, right? I thought that I was gonna make a surprise appearance, but I just have so much to do and I'm already so tired, and I know I'm gonna be even more tired, that I was like, it's just impossible. I have a lot of riding stuff to do. For those of you who don't know, yes, I am a motorcyclist, and I have IRL friends known as the Bike Knights, and of course, my throttle nutty friends in Sacramento who I am constantly riding around with. So there's so much happening in bike world that I have not necessarily been in residence in the kingdom for a while now, but don't worry. Once you're seeing this video, you know that I'm back. So of course, it was very nice to be watching Miss USA once again. Last year, I think I had pneumonia and I was like at the peak of like almost dying. So I didn't get to watch Miss USA at the time that it was happening. So I did stop it. Not the time for you. I did get to watch prelims this time, and I am happy with the production value. Those stairs was a nice little added touch to kind of throw the queens off of an otherwise very stagnant performance. Somebody answer me this in the comment section. You guys know I'm very interactive. Do you think that the girls were coached to walk and perform in a very specific way? Because the performances specifically for swimwear, I have to say, was a little bit dry for me. A lot of the girls looked like they were specifically instructed to perform almost the exact same way, and there was no posing throughout the swimwear competition. What happened with that? I can appreciate that this organization under Crystal has addressed some little pet peeves when it came to the Miss USA competitors' performance that really irked my nerves in past seasons, past renditions. I mean, we did have some sloppy walks, we did have some sloppy posing, and it does seem like we've gotten rid of a lot of that. We don't have like the baby glitz girl pageant walk that some of the girls have been doing throughout the years. Like, I'm happy a lot of that has gone, but it seems like a lot of the personality was sucked out of the women's performances. And I didn't really appreciate that. Yes, I understand that they have to hit certain points throughout their performances. They have to match their timing with the camera. I understand that, but they should still feel free to be themselves and perform in whatever creative way that suits them best. Not everybody's going to perform the same, but when I watched the swimwear competition, it seemed very cookie cutter-ish. It really seemed circa like 1990s Miss America-ish, which was, I mean, that was like peak Miss America is the 80s and 90s, and even still, there was no flavor and personality. So I understand that Crystal's kind of trying to bring back the glam and elegance and poise of the 90s, but everybody kind of seemed like a Crystal Stewart, you know, swimwear routine knockoff. And a lot of the women didn't have the personality to still add flavor to that otherwise very bland swimwear performance. Like, you guys know what I'm talking about. You saw what I saw. It just didn't, swimwear was not popping, and it freaked me out because I'm going to tell you who some of my favorites are, and the person that a lot of you are expecting to be on my favorites list is not there. I'm telling you right now, the girl that I raved the most about, and I still love her to this day, okay? It is no shade, absolutely not. Faith. Miss USA DC, the girl can perform. She's a stunner. She's a killer. So I was a little bit shocked when I saw Faith on the Miss USA stage, and I didn't get that fire. I didn't get that sauce. And I'm not really blaming the girls for this. This strikes me as something that the organization instructed them to do, is to perform in this very specific way, which rendered them personality-less. It really restricted their natural creativity, and I did not like that. Faith did not make my top, 16, 17 favorites list. She's not on there. And that's kind of a crying shame, because I really do believe that she's one of the best performers naturally in this competition, but it just did not come out during prelims. So I'm just in my head, I'm like, what did you guys coach these girls to do? Because you really bound their personality and didn't let them be free to be who they were. Let's get into my favorites so that we can actually watch the finale. So starting from the bottom, because of course I have Hawaii, New Jersey, New York, and New Mexico. These are the women that are on my favorites list, are women that, even though it seems like they were instructed to perform a specific way and they weren't really able to showcase their own creativity, these women still utilize their personality to captivate an audience, especially like the top 7. They were playing in the face. They were utilizing their face. They couldn't seemingly do much with their body, but they were playing, giving face play, giving energy. They were captivating. They were enticing me with the eyes. The girls that did really well in my eyes are the ones that did really well with their eyes. So we went up to New York? I have Pennsylvania, Ohio, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, and then number 7 is Nevada. I know a lot of people, well, Nevada always does good. Is that really like a surprise? Usually Nevada comes packing punches, so Nevada's not much of a surprise. Kansas, and then I have the top 5. Here's my top 5. Okay, top 5. Illinois, Texas, West Virginia, North Carolina, Minnesota. So my top 5 are Minnesota, North Carolina, West Virginia, Texas, and Illinois. Those girls were playing in the face. They weren't being super saucy. They weren't being super extra. And still, I had fun watching them. They still had an air of a little bit of flavor. They still had a little spice to the rice. I liked that. And it just, I really want to know what happened in rehearsals to where some of these other women who I know have personalities, who I know have natural flavor, what happened to where that did not come out during specifically swimwear? Swimwear is supposed to be spicy AF. Swimwear is supposed to be the funnest segment there is. And I didn't really get a lot of saucy flavor from the girls. Like, what happened? Ladies, can somebody like send me a DM? Were you guys instructed to do that? Because I feel like some of you were robbed of your just natural vitality. Please explain to me. Enough talking. I don't want to do a full breakdown because we're here to watch finals. I just wanted you guys to know who I'm looking for. Minnesota, North Carolina, West Virginia, Texas, Illinois. One of those ladies I'm expecting to come out the winner. Into finals. Girl, motorcycles. I love it. Wait. So you guys wanted to put a motorcycle in the intro of Miss USA and I wasn't invited? I could have drove the girl. You could have rode with me. I had over 1,000 bikers in here for street vibes and you guys didn't call us. I could have had her have an entire procession. Missed opportunity, Miss USA. Missed opportunity. All right, we got an actual intro going on. Girls got outfits. We got some dancers. We got Miss USA heading up the pack. Like, okay. A little sauciness, a little fierceness, a little fabulousness. We are bringing back the eras of glamour and presentation. Thank you. It was much needed. This is a show. I like a show. I like extra. I like fab. This is what pageantry is all about. Ooh, Elle, stretch your stuff, girl. Stretch your stuff. I wish she had acted like that on the Miss USA or the Miss Universe stage. Why didn't you act like this on the Miss Universe stage? We could have used some of this. I'm super in love. With the presentation opening number. This is fabulous. Thank you. If you're going to bring back real like Trump era glamour, we could do more with the staging and the set pieces. We can have more creativity there, but the energy and the fabulousness, much appreciated. Okay, so the girls have to do a first impression walk. I like it. You better give Miss USA the whole time. DC, my baby DC made it. She made it. She better be able to interview though, because I'm pretty sure that she can interview, and that actually makes me really happy. I wasn't sure she was actually going to make it. I was freaked out a little bit. Okay, that's good. Where did she? Oh, she was close. I think she was like number 18. She was super close on my top 16, but I wasn't sure. New Mexico, she's on mine. She's lower on my list. California wasn't one of mine. I didn't choose California. I need my top 5. Minnesota, North Carolina, West Virginia, Texas, and Illinois. I need them to come. Bring it. But I would bet money one of my top 5 is going to win. Usually you can tell through prelims who's just gonna make it. Like you can tell. So one of my top 5 is gonna win Miss USA. Of course, this also is Miss USA, and Miss USA loves to upset me. However, this is also Crystal Stewart as a director, so I feel like I can trust her more than I could trust the past Miss USA. Because the past Miss USA, do you guys remember how they used to treat me? Yeah, we're gonna trust Crystal. Who? Missouri. Oh, damn. Hold on. Where's my, wait, no. Y'all better get on my top, where's my top 5? I want my top 5. I want 6. I want Kansas too. I want my top 6. Because one of the winner, look, we can bet right now. I'm going to bet right now. We can all bet right now. In fact, I bet you guys one of my Patreon videos, okay? I'm putting one of my Patreon videos on the line right now. I will make public one of my Patreon videos if one of my top 5 does not win. Boom. Now I have something on the line. Is that Ohio? She's one of mine. Ohio's one of mine. Watch. Crystal's not crazy. Not as crazy as the past whoever was running Miss USA before. Huh. Nebraska's not one of mine. I'm saying one of my top 5 is going to win. All right, I got one of my top 5. Illinois is my number 5. Good job, girl. Ooh, you are stunning. Illinois is oh my God. You hurt my eyes till she is oh my God. She is so pretty. You are so pretty. Oh my, I can't with you right now. Illinois, amazing. The styling to die for. All right, I got my Kansas. Now they're calling my girls. Texas, West Virginia, North Carolina, Minnesota. Let's go. Kansas, I can tell that you tanned, but I appreciate the fact that it's a head to toe even tan. You didn't go too, it's a little dark, but you didn't go too dark. And the fact that you're not a blonde helps, because the blondes that go too dark, it looks ridiculous. But the fact that she has, she has blonde highlights, but she's not contrasting too much with her hair. So Kansas, I'm not docking you on the tan. Like the tan, you did okay. You really did. North Carolina, she's my number 2. Give me Minnesota, West Virginia, and Texas. Minnesota, West Virginia, and Texas. The fact that I got DC is a hell of a treat for me. And I'm hoping that she comes out with the full faith performance that I love to see from her, because I promise you, like, the girl can perform. She did not give her full sauciness during prelims, but I really do want to see her perform at least one more time before she's like, oh, I'm retired. And then I don't get to see her like lovely self ever again. I'm going to be sad. I don't get very many girls like Faith often. So I'm going to get her when I can get her. New Hampshire. No, I have New Jersey. I don't have a New Hampshire. Not one of mine. West Virginia. We got a West Virginia. Yay. All right. Give me Texas and Minnesota. We're good to go. Texas and Minnesota. We're good to go. Let's go. Let's do this. Yes. Oh, she's amazing. Minnesota, you're amazing. Minnesota's amazing. She's amazing. She's playing with her face. She's relatable. She's flaunty. She's fun. She's bubbly. She's got a little underlying sauce to her. Minnesota, you're my number 1. Minnesota. It was you. She came out the cut, came from nowhere, and I love it. Texas. Boom. Yes. I got okay, so I have my top 6. Bet one of the winners, I said top 5, right? Because I bet a Patreon video from my top 5. So one of my top 5 is going to win. So that would be Minnesota, North Carolina, West Virginia, Texas, and Illinois. We're going to play a game, right? Let's play a game. I'm so excited. Okay. Okay, so that is our top 16. The women that were on my list, who I still am betting one of these women is going to be the winner. New Mexico, Ohio, Tennessee, Kansas, Illinois, Texas, West Virginia, North Carolina, and Minnesota. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 out of the 16 I wanted on here. But based on like past Miss USA renditions of how they were calling women, honestly, this is a lot better. Okay, so based on the first impression walks, it looks like they're already cutting people down. So I'm hanging on. They're going to take Faith from me. There's a reason, like, I love that girl, and I don't think they're going to give her to me. That's why she wasn't on my 16. They're going to take her. Watch. I just know things sometimes. Who is this? Who did they call? Was that in New Mexico? I'm pretty sure that was New Mexico. So she's an official in there. I'm rewriting this. New Mexico. Kansas. Yes, she's one of mine. Okay, keep going. Kansas, you're tan. The rest of y'all, don't go darker than Kansas. Kansas has a perfect medium of what doesn't look ridiculous and gives you the darkness that you guys so desire. Texas, she's another one that I was really scared of because her tan was so uneven when she won Texas. Texas, she looked great. I know I said that I was going to be roasting tans, so I know the girls are like, oh, please don't be a butthead to us. And I'm like, okay, look. Tennessee, Tennessee has the best. Like, I don't know if she tanned or not, and that's a good tan. If I can't tell if you tanned, it's a good tan. So thank you, Tennessee. I'm writing you down. North Carolina. Wait, they're calling all the girls that I said were going to be amazing. Hold on. North Carolina. Where's Texas and Minnesota? Fight me. In a mud pit. Minnesota, there she is. I'm caping for you right now, Minnesota. My top 5, I'm carrying y'all on my back. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, I thought they already called New Mexico. Wait, who was the other girl? I'm messing up. I thought they already called her. Who was the first one that I mistaked for New Mexico? I'll figure it out later. I can't see her sash right now. And my voice is all messed up too because I've been doing too much writing. Ohio, one of mine. All the ones, see? People want to get all saucy with me in the comments. But at the end of the day, I be right. At least when the judging table is not off its rocker. Oh, girl, you're so gorgeous. God, you're so pretty. So good. My list got even better because they narrowed it down and then eliminated all the girls that I didn't pick. So boom. Which, I mean, I love Faith. Everybody knows I love Faith. Okay, I ranted and raved about her, but I'm happy that I remained unbiased, even though I love that girl. Because I do. Everybody knows that I do. You guys saw Instagram lives and stuff dedicated to talking about her. But my non-biased self said, we need to evaluate this fairly. And even though she's one of my personal faves, I kind of knew it wasn't going to happen. So there's only 4 girls out of this entire lineup that I didn't choose. And my bet is still solid and I'm winning. One of my top 5 has to be crowned. Okay? It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Pause. We're going to give Miss USA its accolades right now, because they did it for both competitions. Miss USA organization, thank you. Thank you for giving us men on the judging panel, even if it's just one, because I understand this is a woman-centric dominated pageant and we want women to be the shot callers in this, but that does not mean that there is not a place for men. So having some highly competent men who understand pageantry and beauty and appreciate it and are fans, thank you for putting at least one on the judging table. That's all we ever asked for. That's it. Applause for Miss USA. Thank you so much, Crystal Stewart. Continuing on with the show. Seriously, ladies, I can see some of you either did a very light tan or no tan at all, and I'm applauding you for that. Truly, I would very much like for people to stop oppressing white women. I believe white women should be allowed to be white and not shamed for their skin tone, thank you, because sometimes you guys push them so far that it looks damn ridiculous. A lot of you ladies look phenomenal, like you didn't go too far or you did it very lightly, and I'm not even going to complain. New Hampshire. Are we still doing the no pose, fast walk through the bodies? First up, the New Hampshire, your body is sick. And I love the thickness and the roundness and the fitness of the bodies Americans bring. New Hampshire, you gave me no extra spice. You did a plain walk. Kansas, you're amazing. Slay, sis. Wait. Does that face, Kansas? Was that face? A little hip sway? A smile? I wish we had a little bit more extension on the leg, but that smile is captivating. I like Kansas. I like you, Kansas. And there's Texas giving us a little extra sauce. Come on, Albany. And a little extra sauce again. Look, she's flexing on y'all. She's flexing on you. Ooh, a slow walk down the stairs. She didn't even look, kept the smile happy, kept the hair bouncing, flexing. The tan is even. Thank you, Albany. You fixed it. She's got some long legs on her too. Happy, natural smile. This is a good performance from you, girl. That was good, Texas. Texas and Kansas, killing it right now. Yes. All right, Tennessee. Look, Texas and Kansas are playing you. Tennessee, you're done. They're going to kill you. They're going to eat you. She's cute and she's fun and she's kind of giving me a girl next door vibe, but she is not giving the energy that Kansas or Texas gave. Tennessee is going. I'm crossing out Tennessee right now. Watch. I can't. There's no way. North Carolina. Okay, you didn't let those stairs fumble you. You got a little happy smile on, a little flex. Walk, girl. Work, girl. It's the happiness. It's the energy. It's the comfort that you are seeing her display on stage. She is unfazed. You guys can judge her and say whatever you want about her in her swimsuit. She can't be bothered. That is confidence. Nebraska. I love a pretty brunette. Love it. Just yes. Speaking of, when is Illinois coming out? Because, oh my God. The bodies on the Miss USA competitors, right? They're toned. That's the thing. They're not all the slimmest women in the world. And this is proof you don't need to be. Like, these girls are just, they're so fun to look at. Ooh, Minnesota, walking down those stairs with confidence. I love that blunt cut on her. Angelic, graceful poise. Those knees are straight, and I love it. Oh, Minnesota, you're good. Who's that? Who did a little saucy flex? New Mexico. All right, New Mexico. You come after Texas, girl, because Texas did a little extra. She was giving a little extra spice. I don't know what happened to everybody else, but Texas gave the extra spice and the extra sour cream that I like on my burrito. Thank you, Texas. She's got hip movement. She's got sway. Change the face. You need a little bit more face play to keep up with the other girls, New Mexico. Ohio. She's got a little extra sauce too. Is that booty too? You got a little perky booty on you, Ohio. Okay. Game peeps game. You worked that out, sis. What's going on here? Oh, she's got that try me girl face. She's got me, come at me, sis. I liked that. But it's still happy and relatable. You ladies are doing good. I don't know why all the other girls didn't do this during prelims. This is why these ladies are in finals and some other people aren't in finals. This is why. Vermont's giving me Girl Next Door, but Girl Next Door does not win Miss USA. Or not Miss USA, because they do. But Girl Next Door does not win Miss Universe. And from what I'm seeing from the judges, they're looking for a Miss Universe this time around. Finally. Illinois, you're stunning. You're stunning. You're stunning. I'm baby doll. Like, she's not even a baby doll. She's a Bratz doll. I freaking love her look. Oh, my God. And the girl, Miss Universe vibes. Miss Universe vibes. Miss Universe vibes. Illinois, stop. Stop playing with me right now. Stop it. Stop it. Stop. Stop. No. Bring her back. I want to see her one more time. Like, oh, Illinois. She's not the best performance in swimwear, and yet I want to see more of her. Like, I want her in top 5. Is she in my top 5? She is. I want her in top 5. Because if she can speak, like, she might have to just take on Texas. She's too good. Who's this? Connecticut? Girl Next Door, you're cute. Cute doesn't deserve a crown. Cute doesn't deserve a crown. We want a queen. Okay, I'll give you a princess crown. Connecticut can get the princess crown, like the same as like the Miss Teen USA gets, but not the queen one. Because Illinois is given queen. Texas is given queen. North Carolina is given queen. Minnesota, she's given queen. Like, even Kansas is giving more queen. The rest of y'all, you're cute princesses. We can give you tiaras and a ring pop. If you're like hearing distortion in my voice at all, or if I sound different, hopefully it's not the microphone. First of all, stop that. But yeah, it's just because I've been doing so much and I'm yelling over the sound of like motorcycle engines constantly. That's why. Because I was in Reno and GSR, like, first of all, I don't know, they're using the official name of the resort, Grand Sierra Resort. We all just call it GSR. GSR is the party resort. GSR is like where the clubbins be popping off and stuff. GSR is where I went last time with my friends when we were like drinking a little bit too much and we had nothing to do. And we went to a furry convention. Yeah, we were like drinking and running around. We heard there was a furry convention in town. So we went to GSR to go find furries, and we did. And the furries were super nice. They're like walking stuffed animals and they're super nice. And they gave us all hugs and cuddles and it was great. And I loved it. Oh, that's Whitney Peak. They have her on the Whitney Peak Hotel. I know she's at the Whitney Peak Hotel because I was at the Whitney Peak Hotel and we wanted to do the rock climbing because that's where you scale the outside of the hotel building. My mom, Mama Sovereign, and some of my friends stayed at the Whitney Peak Hotel. I was at Circus Circus. It's right up the street. So maybe next year I will extend my Street Vibes vacation one more week and then maybe pop into Miss USA if I'm not, tired or hungover or haven't lost my voice. We will see. If Miss USA really wants to do me a solid, though, can you not schedule Miss USA the week before my motorcycle vacation? Like, that would be greatly appreciated. Please and thank you. Okay, it is the parade of gowns. Now, I'm not going to be too critical on gowns because Miss USA has never been the competition for like the evening gown sleigh, right? Usually we have sponsored gowns, and for the last couple years it's been Sherry Hill. This year I think it's Giovanni. I'm just happy. Like, when it comes to Miss Universe, I know that I'm going to be seeing a school of fish because they all want to do nude, beige, silver, and gold. But I never get that from Miss USA. What I get from Miss USA is just a lot of basicness or repeat gowns. But because we're using Giovanni this year, it should be more gowns that we haven't seen. And quite honestly, I think, no shade to Sherry Hill, okay? I'm not like trying to be a butthead about this. I'm not, I swear. But Giovanni's gowns, I think, are a little bit more mature. Sherry Hill's kind of skewed more toward teens. It's kind of prom-esque. I'm not trying to be mean, okay? I'm just saying the truth. Giovanni is more womanly and they have more variety, I think, maybe. we'll see. Let's just see what's going on. The first girl clearly didn't captivate my attention too much. It wasn't bad at all. It was very basic. Kansas, you just messed up with those stairs. Those stairs got you, Kansas. You struggled with those. You have that it girl factor. You've got that it girl slay. I'm super happy that Kansas did not go too dark with her tan. This is a good tan. Just for everybody who thinks that I just have it out for tans. You guys are just bad at them. Miss USA specifically. The other countries don't struggle as much. Kansas, you did a good tan, especially because you're kind of a blonde. You didn't go too dark. Thank you for doing it right. Texas, those stairs did not mess you up. You maintained your poise and elegance and the same pace of walking throughout those stairs, which is great. Okay, keep it smooth. Not very forced. Very good smile. She did not force it. She didn't give too much extra, but she kept it poised and together. Tennessee. Okay, I can appreciate a little bit of a slay face. I wish their walks were just a little bit longer. That ending face was a little bit forced. Wasn't as fluid. Who's this? I like this gown. I like this color. North Carolina. Ooh, you look great. North Carolina looks great. And she's giving energy, happiness, bubbliness, and I'm still getting a little bit of sultriness from her. This gown is amazing. I really like this gown. Giovanni, you did it. You did the damn thing with this gown. I don't know what's going on with that dog, but I'm going to lock it outside. Daisy's about to get it. Stepping on my evening gown performances, Daisy. I will lock you. I will put you in the tree. I know that's where cats go and not dogs, but it's about to happen. Pause. Hold on. I'm getting the dog. And I'm back after that brief intermission. I have no idea what that dog was doing. I think Daisy heard my mother. Anyways. Next up, an evening gown competition. Coming out in a sultry black. A sultry black. Who is this? Who are you? Uh-oh, was that a little stumble, a little trip, a little something? Nebraska. Very elegant, graceful, poised, yes. Did not convince me with that ending face or pose. Texas, North Carolina. I'm really liking those two. Okay, Minnesota's my front runner. She's my front runner. Let's see what we've got. Let's see. You look great. You look glamorous. You look glorious. I'm loving these gowns, by the way. Giovanni, I like these gowns. I do. Minnesota. Texas, North Carolina, Minnesota. Texas, North Carolina, Minnesota. You're amazing. You're amazing. I'm loving you girls. Who's this? Who are you? New Mexico. I don't think you're going to do it. I mean, you could, but I don't think you're going to do it. The other girls are they're running laps. Like they are sprinting to the finish line. New Mexico, no. Nope. No, baby. And I know a lot of you guys are being biased. Okay, don't you yell at me over your bias. You guys are biased because she's Filipina. Okay, you stop that. I'm not going to be biased just because you are. If I had to let go of my baby girl Faith, then get off me about New Mexico. I haven't seen a gown like this in so long. Ooh, Ohio. This pink is amazing. It's stunning. Drop the gown. You can't wave it the whole time. Just a little bit. She kills it with the face. Ohio's face, she kills it with the face. But she did the chin chuck twice. No, you can't. That's not graceful. It's not fluid. You cannot do that. Absolutely not. Illinois, you are to die for. Illinois is to die for. Illinois, you're to die for. You are. Oh my God, she's got me in the throes. She is such a Miss Universe look. Illinois. I want Texas, Minnesota, North Carolina, Illinois, the rest of you can't keep up. I'm sorry, you can't keep up. You can't. Okay, so this was a very interesting performance. I'm really loving the Giovanni gowns. The Giovanni gowns are great. They're great. Texas, North Carolina, Minnesota, Illinois. Oh my God. And then Kansas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's my 5. That is my 5. Texas, Kansas, North Carolina, Minnesota, Illinois. Boom. That is my top 5. It needs to be the top 5. That I'm seeing you girls, but Illinois, she's so pretty. And this is how I understand how some of you guys feel when you just have a pretty girl in your face and you guys all start ranting and raving about her, not realizing you get hypnotized by looks. I'm educated enough and have enough experience to know Illinois is not the best performer. She's very good, but she's, I think, probably one of the most stunning women on the stage, period. Period. And that's super helping her. But I think she can still be outperformed by some of the other women. But we'll see, because if she like comes out of the box during Q&A, she still has a chance. Q&A always changes everything, so we'll have to see. She's teen Miss USA, so what she's wearing doesn't really matter. You're a princess. You're pretty. Oh wait, no, that is not Miss Teen USA. That's Miss Universe. What did y'all put her Nas in? I'm over here mistaking her for Miss Teen USA because she came out looking like a literal Barbie movie character. She looks straight out of a Barbie movie, and I love Barbie movies, but I don't want my Miss Universe to look like a children's Barbie movie. Her makeup is stunning. I just don't like, what is that gown? What is that dress? That's weird. That was weird. That was a weird moment. I'm sorry for mistaking you for a teen, but you were giving me teen. Top five, top five, top five. Okay, we've got Ohio. She would need some refinement when it comes to her performance, but I would trust her on a Miss Universe stage. I could trust Ohio. Wow, the staging, the setup they got going on here is a lot different. Ohio, North Carolina. Wrong pen. Be careful. Don't fall down the stairs. Hey, that one, it wasn't being judged. She's fine. Texas, of course. Okay. Oh gosh, okay, in this case, give me Minnesota and Illinois. Minnesota and Illinois. Minnesota and Illinois. Minnesota and Illinois. They gave me Illinois. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Okay, Minnesota. 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 If you guys don't give Minnesota, I'm just you're hating. You're hating. You're hating. Who is this? Nebraska? For what? For what? For who? For why? For why? Hating. The thing is, whenever they send a girl into top 5 who clearly isn't supposed to be there, we all know she's not going to win. I know who they just called, Nebraska. She's not winning. So the win is, to me, going. I mean, Ohio can still pull out a win. I didn't expect her to get this far, but Ohio can pull out a win. North Carolina, Illinois, Texas, Ohio. I would still say, but Ohio's not one of my top 5. So technically it should be North Carolina, Texas, or Illinois. So even though it's top 5, I'm down to top 3 already. Wait, we're just getting, there's not, so wait, what? This isn't scored. We're just getting to know each other. Does that mean that there is no purpose to this segment of the show? You're basically sitting here and you just told us to our face, you're wasting our time. That's what I just heard. This isn't, there's no points. This isn't scored. That means we're just here to chit chat and waste time. Go to a commercial break. Like, we're here for the show and the competition. Every moment these girls are on stage is part of the competition. What do you mean the judges are watching this? What do you mean it's not scored? Why are the judges here? Send them on a snack break. Like, I should skip this if it's not scored. I guess we'll just see what happens. Why are we doing this?
Apparently, the skinny jean has been canceled. The millennial in me is brokenhearted and a little bit offended. What are your thoughts on the revival of the wide leg jean? Is it for you, or maybe the low rise?
I'm sorry, I can't do this. I'm sorry. If this is not being scored, why? What is the purpose of this? I enjoy hearing the girls talk, and the way that they have them seated in a sort of conversational type of roundtable discussion setting. It's a great idea. And I have ideas about this. You'll see it in a future video that's already been filmed I think this is a great idea. And it's a suggestion that I came up with like a while ago for even a different organization, but why would it not be scored? These girls are showing their personality. They're showing their interest. They're showing bits of themselves. Why are the judges supposedly not being engaged in this and encouraged to factor this into the overall score? Why would this not be scored? This is the same type of discussion / interviewing that they're going to be doing when one of them is crowned Miss USA. These are the type of questions that people are going to ask them. Why would this not be scored? I need to skip forward to just Q&A though, because I'm not prepared to just sit here and tolerate just doing this. I'm just perplexed. So go ahead and explain to me what you guys think about this. I need to see Q&A, something that matters. I like hearing the girls talk, but this is a hardcore cutthroat competition. My anxiety is at peak level. Let's not sit here and talk about hair and jeans right now.
Okay. You're in the early stages of your professional life. In 2022, why do some women still face equity and equality issues in hiring, especially in traditionally male-dominated fields?
From my experience, as well as a lot of the research that I've done into women in higher professions, a lot of the potential and full talent of females continues to be neglected and fails to be recognized. A lot of the reason being is because of a subconscious neglect for women. We're still regarding women as less than. And as a corporate attorney, I'm going to continue to pave the way for the avenue for specifically female attorneys after me. Thank you.
Wow. Very clear, concise answer to direct question. And this completely relates to her current job field as an attorney because she is in a male-dominated industry. So she should be well-versed in this specific topic. And she addressed it beautifully. Nebraska, like this, beautiful. That was, I even enjoyed her tone of voice, right? I'm over here with my raspy voice because I've been screaming and yelling over motorcycles. She sounds enchanting. That was beautiful. Just amazing.
Your question is, voters your age have become quite vocal about age limits for elected officials. Are placing age limits, young or old, on any profession ethical?
I absolutely do not think that is ethical. I think that anyone, no matter your age, no matter your race, no matter your gender, I'm a champion of inclusivity and diversity, and I think anyone and everybody should have the opportunity to go after and pursue all of their wildest dreams, and so I absolutely do not believe that is ethical.
All right.
Wow. Yeah. And this is crazy because I didn't know that this conversation was going on, but this is a video that I had intended to do for Privy Council. One that I was doing like a lot of research on and I really wanted to do because as, you know, someone who's involved in political science, there are restrictions for young people's involvement in the political system, which is kind of discriminatory. So I thought, to hear her talk about this and have a good basis of knowledge on it is, it's exciting to me. And once again, this is another woman who answered it directly. She gave a clear answer. She did not dance around the question. She gave a clear, concise answer, and she gave it very eloquently. I am kind of in love with Illinois. Kind of. Like, she's gorgeous. She can speak. She's got a bubbly personality. Like, I kind of love her. I kind of got a babe right now. Okay, let's continue because the girls are a little bit on fire, and these questions might need to get tougher because I'm not knocking anybody out just yet.
Number 3, my question is, global studies indicate that women are increasingly seen as more vulnerable to the impacts of climate change. You are asked to create a task force to help address this issue. What's your first priority?
What is my first priority to address the climate issue?
Yes.
Yes, well, I think there's 8 ways we can implement addressing climate change within our careers or our lifestyle. It's as easy as adding a recycle bin to your house. Everybody can do that. Or being creative in ways you can also implement it in your job. I am a fashion designer. I actually made the outfit I'm wearing, and I upcycle pieces and recycle different clothing to be more sustainable in my industry because I feel it's like my duty. So I think that's something we can all look for ways in our certain industries or in our homes to be sustainable as well.
Okay. Now, those of us who have been keeping up with my channel and paying attention, because we also pay attention to the queens from Miss Earth. A lot of us pageant fans are well-versed in environmental issues and advocacy, and I did provide a study guide, study list, study sheet for women going into pageantry competitions of things to pay attention to, things to study, things to be well versed in when it comes to Q&A, especially on stage. That video, linked up above, did list environmental issues and advocacy as one of the things that 100% will come up in any pageant situation or scenario. The answer that Arbany gave, though eloquently stated, is very cookie cutter because everybody says the same thing when it comes to environmental issues. You can start recycling, add a recycle bin to your house and your job, and it's like, at this point, a lot of us, most of us are educated enough in environmental issues to know that even though individual practices for sustainability is important, the advocacies or the people that we need to be addressing most are our leadership, and companies have the most severe impact on climate change and the environment around us. Addressing specific companies, big mega corporations, animal agriculture, things like that are the most pressing and most impactful situations and organizations when it comes to environmental sustainability. This is kind of an answer that I would expect a sixth grader or a middle schooler to say who's just freshly learning about environmental things. The first thing they think of is recycling. For a pageant, a national pageant queen, a woman who's going to international competition, I would expect her to have a little bit more in-depth knowledge on this specific subject. This really just felt like she chose the shallowest answer that first popped into her head. It didn't really showcase a lot of depth or intellect when it came to the topic itself. So she did answer it correctly. It just didn't have the depth that I wanted. I wish she would have given more. I wish she would have showcased a little bit more of her knowledge if she had any at all. Like, this wasn't the best in the world. And being that this is top 5, it matters.
We heard your thoughts on social media influenced fashion trends earlier. Should content creators and influencers be required by law to disclose whether they're being paid or actually use the products and services they provide?
I'm not sure they should be required by law to provide that information. I think if you're following an influencer, you chose to follow them and you believe that the things that they're posting are things that they truly love, and hopefully content creators out there are sharing things that they do truly use and would buy with their own hard-earned money, and those are the influencers that I choose to follow.
All right.
Pause. This, as a content creator, this is something that is heavily discussed in the YouTube community amongst us YouTubers. It is already law in the United States that you have to disclose whether or not you are being paid to showcase certain services or goods on your channel. That is a law. I think everybody remembers the hashtag ad thing that happened when a lot of Instagram models and celebrities were hounded by the FCC for not disclosing that certain things that they were posting were in fact paid advertisements. That is a law. So that might have been a misstep on North Carolina's part for not knowing that that's already something that is mandated in the United States. I do accept that it is the personal responsibility of you guys as a viewership and an audience to kind of understand and vet the people that you're supporting. If you choose to support someone like myself, you are instilling a bit of trust in me to be here in my audience, to be here in my court. You have a little bit of trust in what I'm saying and what I'm showing. And you guys know I've done very few like legitimate ads on here, but I would obviously disclose them and let you know things that I actually do use myself. If I actually like something, I would tell you. But that's a bit of personal responsibility that everybody, I think, needs to hold for themselves. It is not the job of the government or others to babysit your decision-making skills. It is up to you to choose who to support and who to trust. So I understand where she was coming from there, but it kind of really seems like she overlooked the fact that this is already enshrined in law. That was a little weird for me. So I don't know. Iffy on Texas and North Carolina a little bit. We'll see what happens there.
So my question is, representation in entertainment is under a microscope lately. From colorblind or non-traditional casting in live action movies to musicians playing historical instruments, why is there so much pushback on representation?
I would love to answer this.
I think as a country, we have to take the time to understand that we are the United States of America. In order for us to be united, we have to stand with one another. And yes, we are pushing back, but in order to become united, we have to change the trajectory of the different platforms that we've seen. And that's getting comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Thank you, Ohio.
Nope. Ohio just no. All that was no. Number one, I did see she got flustered. She got nervous. She started rushing and she did not answer the question. The question was, why is there so much pushback to the colorblind casting that we are seeing happen in Hollywood? And I'm like, this is something that I would love to answer myself. And I'm thinking, this is a Black woman. She should knock it out of the park. She didn't. She got super flustered. And I think she probably had the worst answer out of all of them. But to answer said question, because it is so important. So the reason that there is so much pushback for the more diverse and colorblind casting is that it's coming off as pandering. We're talking about movies like The Little Mermaid that's coming out, that's recently cast a Black woman, Halle Bailey, to play Ariel. The reason that there is so much pushback is because it's coming off as pandering. A lot of Hollywood studios are putting Black people, honestly, where they don't necessarily belong in order to appease the public, instead of creating new things and new characters to properly uplift and showcase different people in a way that they should be. They're kind of basically taking used items, right? Like used cars, and then giving them to the minorities. Like, we already used this, but we'll throw you in there to make you happy, instead of creating new things and new stories and new characters to really showcase the diversity and the cultural difference of these people. That is why there's so much pushback. Now, I understand that some people are just completely racist and they're going to push back against any diversity whatsoever. But me personally, even as a Black woman, I can recognize when you're only pandering to my audience or to my culture by throwing a token Black person here or there, or giving us some random character and being like, see, diversity, instead of giving us just a whole new storyline that really dives into the backstory of the culture and the context of where this person is coming from and the richness that diversity holds. You're kind of just using a different color crayon to scribble over something and be like, boom, it's new. And it's not. You're basically giving the minorities hand-me-down items, hand-me-down characters, hand-me-down movies, and we don't appreciate it. You're giving us shoes with holes in them and stuff. Ariel is known and has been worn to death. The colorblind casting is important because anybody should be able to play any role if the storyline is devoid of a connection to the culture, right? You can't really do Mulan without implicating China. You can't do Black Panther without implicating Africa. But for things like Ariel, if the story is not based around her whiteness, then whoever plays the mermaid, it really shouldn't matter. But when you're throwing, Black people into stories where they really don't belong, then it's like you're pandering, and we can tell. Stop it. Yeah. But Ohio, there's so many ways. This was such a good question, and there was such a rich way in order to answer that question. That's why I got excited. And then to see Ohio not go full throttle and nail it kind of hit my soul, because I could do a whole video on this question itself, and maybe that I will, because it's such a good discussion. I'm kind of astonished that she just dropped the ball this hard. So, top 5 Q&A should be over after this. The first 2, I did not have a problem with, Nebraska and Illinois. However, Nebraska does not perform the way the rest of the women do. She answered better, but she doesn't perform the way that they do. So honestly, I'm thinking Illinois might be my front runner at this point. I don't know. She definitely didn't bomb it. Let's see. I don't know. Ohio, for me, I think is definitely out, though. She's out. Okay, so the girls are back in their evening gowns. This is meaning we're not getting a top 3. Top 5 is all we get. So let's see who the runners-up are. What's happening? Illinois. You guys gave her 4th runner-up? Ew. She didn't deserve that. Illinois, you didn't deserve that. What? For real? Deserved, I will say. I mean, I kind of would have. No, Illinois didn't deserve. Yeah, okay, whatever. Let's continue on. So we got North Carolina and we've got Texas.
Next contestant will take their place. In second place, North Carolina.
Wait. So Texas won? Wait, I'm sorry. Everything just happened so fast. hell is going on? I didn't get a chance to process anything. What just happened? Why did everything just went so fast? Okay, Albany won. Huh. I need to process because they just flew through crowning. Like, you didn't give the girls time to hold each other's hands. Why does everything seem so weird right now? Why did I not even get a reaction out of Texas? Why did they just slap a crown on her head and then what is happening? Hold on, I'm sorry. I have a Peter tingle right now. What is going on? They didn't give me a moment to be excited. Okay. I am processing right now because they flew through crowning and then we hit top 2. I didn't even have a chance to process who was in top 2 when they slapped a crown on Albany's head, which is Texas, and she's doing her walk and I'm like, wait, who was? And then Albany was like smiling, got the crown and started doing her walk. How many times did you guys rehearse this to the point where nobody's excited for it? There was no excitement. Why was there no excitement? Why was there no, we didn't get a reaction? I am confused. Did I rewind? I'm a rewind crowning because everything got weird. I'm literally rewinding crowning right now. Minnesota not being in top 5, by the way, is BS. For what? Usually you would announce the name of the winner, not first runner up. And even still, why did they do this crowning in the style of Miss World? Like, they didn't change the lighting. They didn't give us a chance to breathe. I didn't get a chance to dissect. I didn't get a chance to even analyze who she's up against. North Carolina. I'm pretty satisfied, except for, I'm sorry, Nebraska, I would have traded for Minnesota. Minnesota should have been in top 5. Why y'all throw Illinois out like that? There's some things that I personally would shuffle. However, I'm not going to complain because I have seen some really, I'm going to say weird crownings happen from Miss USA. So, in the grand schemes of the things that I've seen from this organization, this actually ain't that bad. And I won my bet, by the way. I did win my bet. Texas was number 4 on my list of top 5 girls that I liked from preliminaries. So sorry guys, you're not getting a Patreon video because one of my top 5 actually did win. Either way, one of my top 5 was gonna win. And North Carolina was first runner up, she was my number 2 on my top 5. So I'm not completely thrown. The way that they handled this was a little weird. So we now have Miss Texas is the new Miss USA, and she's on her way to Miss Universe. Does she have a chance? If she practices, if she tries, if she comes out of her shell, she's gonna have to throw a little extra spice on the tamale to win that crown, because Miss USAs have really been showing up like pretty princesses, and I keep saying that's not gonna win a Miss Universe, and it hasn't. And the person that's gotten the closest was Chesley Christ, and her styling did her in because she was a fantastic performer, but whoever styled her, they have a reservation in the 9th circle of hell because that styling was, y'all did Chesley wrong. Albany, maybe she's one of the more because she's in my top 5. She's one of the more well-rounded competitors. Do I think she's the best performer? No. She does answer pretty well, but so does some of the other women. North Carolina and Illinois were kind of on her butt. So it could have been any of them. So she has a chance, possibly, in the Miss Universe competition. We will just have to see. It is clear to me that she has addressed some issues like the tan thing that I said. I'm really happy she did address that. Good on her. Good on the Texas organization. Whoever prepared her, you guys fixed the tan because it was a problem. It was a problem. So she has the potential for development, and being that Miss Universe is in January, she has the time to really come out with a grand showcase worthy of a Miss Universe crown. We will just have to see if she has the work ethic to put in there. I'm not going to do too much of a deep dive on her. We'll see what happens when it comes time for the favorites list, which I keep having to rework because we keep having new crownings, but luckily I'm not going to be too busy for much longer. By the time you guys see this video, like I said, I'll be back in residence. So in the comment section below, let me know what you thought about the Miss USA competition. Let me know what you thought about preliminaries and how you thought, how I personally thought a lot of the girls were it's seemingly instructed to perform the same way. There was a lot of lack of posing, lack of flavor, lack of personality. Let me know do you think that was a choice of the organization forcing the girls to perform like that? Do you think the USA girls just lacked the spice this year? What happened with that? What competitors did you expect to make it further? Are you happy with this crowning? Let's see what you guys have to say in the comment section below. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already so that I can see your fabulous faces again. And remember, I love you and I will miss you, but you know I will be back in a future video. Bye!